The OnePlus Nord is proving to be an interesting mid-range device, but how does its performance compare to the Galaxy S20 Plus? But wait a second, not the S20 Plus with the Snapdragon processor, but with the Exynos 990. Well, let's find out. So we have the OnePlus Nord with the Snapdragon 765G on the left-hand side. We have the Galaxy S20 Plus with the Exynos 990 on the right-hand side. At this point, just a quick apology about the blue tint on the Galaxy there. That has nothing to do with the actual quality of the display. It was a white balance issue during the recording, doesn't affect the results. And as I'm talking about results, we are now into the JSON test, and the S20 is out of the JSON test, which means it has taken the lead over the OnePlus Nord. Now, of course, the OnePlus Nord has got the Snapdragon 765G, which is a very, very different processor than the Exynos 990, made by two different companies, of course, Qualcomm for the OnePlus Nord and Samsung itself for the Exynos 990. And as we're saying that the 990 is into the 16-thread test, it's going to complete that easily before the Snapdragon 765G, which is now in the 16-thread test, but while the S20 Plus has gone into the blur test, which of course the beginning of the mixed CPU-GPU part of this test run, it's now into the infinite scrolling links, as the Snapdragon 765G is only now finishing the 16-thread test. So a decisive lead at the moment by the Galaxy S20 Plus. But the big question will come down to GPU performance. We can see the CPU is clearly better in the S20, 14, 15 frames a second there on the right-hand side. But we have the Mali G77MP11 on the right-hand side as we now go into the Unity test. On the left-hand side, of course, we have the Adreno 620. Now, what's the frame rate going to be there on the left-hand side? 19 frames a second, so higher there than the Galaxy S20 Plus, but only now is the OnePlus Nord going into the Unity test, as the S20 Plus is halfway through that Unity flyover easily. The question is, will there be a higher frame rate for the OnePlus Nord? Will it be able to catch up with the S20 Plus because of the GPU difference? Let's see what happens. Well, the S20 Plus has now got to the end of the Unity test and it's into the Unreal test, so I don't know whether the OnePlus Nord is going to be able to catch up. If it does, it's going to be at the finish line if it does manage it, but the S20 Plus is doing quite well there through that forest scene. There we go. I think it's going to finish. There it is. Look, 2 minutes and half a second. So there we go. A decisive win, in fact. So any thoughts that the Snapdragon 765G and the OnePlus Nord could compete with the Exynos 990 don't look to be true at all. Let's see what the final time is going to be, and then we can break down the different CPU, GPU times. What's the final time going to be on the left-hand side? Come on. Where is it going to be? There we go. 2 minutes 21.3. Okay, let's break down the scores and see exactly what happened. So a decisive win there by the Galaxy S20 Plus with the Exynos 990, 2 minutes and half a second. And then 20.8 seconds came in the OnePlus Nord with 2 minutes 21.3. Look at the CPU time. Quite a win there by the Galaxy S20 Plus, 57.5 for the Nord, 44.7 for the S20 Plus, so that's 12.8 second lead. When we get to the mixed CPU, GPU, 30 seconds versus 27.8, so again, a win by the Galaxy S20 Plus. And then finally, 53.8 versus 47.9, so again, another win, 5.9 seconds in this case by the S20 Plus. So the S20 Plus doing very well with the Exynos 990 when you compare it to the 765G in the OnePlus Nord. So 2 minutes and half a second for the Galaxy S20 Plus. My name's Gary Sims, this is SpeedTest G. If you did like this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. I've got more OnePlus Nord videos in the pipeline, so if you want to find out about those, then why not subscribe to the channel? Okay, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.